Good afternoon, Wendy's, and welcome to our first of hopefully many General Manager BDP Roundtables. Now, this is where we want to highlight and celebrate and recognize our great general managers out there in the territory and have them share with us their best demonstrated practices. Now, as I've mentioned in the past, I really couldn't wait until we could start recognizing our great general managers out there and celebrate some incredible performances. Now, at that time has come with our most recently ended period 11. These five awesome general managers are leading the way in each of our five strategic pillars communicated at this year's DMA meetings. Now, just to remind you, those five pillars are the foundation and probably the most important, a fun and energizing place to work, where we want to recognize We Learn training certifications. Next would be our great restaurant experiences and recognizing great performance and overall satisfaction gap. Then the ever so important fast food done right, recognizing taste scores. Big in breakfast, which is exactly what it says, recognizing restaurants that are going big in breakfast and percent of sales. And finally, profit means growth, recognizing great same restaurant sales performance. Now, let's not waste any time and get right to it. In the body of this email, I've summarized the recognition, but now I want to get right to the stars of this video. Our great general managers out there. First up is going to be Nikki Omidpour with Cotty Foods in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Gemma Gonzalez with Windspoke in Kearney, Nebraska. Chance Taylor with Cotty Foods in Emporia, Kansas. Cheryl Borgstad with Hamra Foods from Warrensburg, Missouri. And finally, Scott Molinaro with 333 Extra Cheese in Oklahoma City. Guys, great job. Take it away. All right. Well, first, I want to welcome everybody. These are our top general managers in this territory in our Dallas division. You guys are absolutely killing it out there in all five of our pillars. So in the 2021, we have a business plan. We have five strategic pillars. First is a fun and energizing place to work, great restaurant experiences, fast food done right, big in breakfast, and obviously profit means growth. And in each one of these categories, you guys have, you're leading. Out of 168 restaurants in my territory, you five are the leaders. So congratulations. I want to first just say thank you. Thank you for all you're doing, especially this year. It's been a pretty tough year we've been out there. So thank you guys for all you're doing. And what I'd like to do is real quick, go around the horn, and I'd like to learn a little bit more about you and then also cover in that specific pillar that you're leading. What are you doing in those restaurants that's driving that result? We got to know. We got to know what you guys are doing so that we can share that across our system and duplicate it, right? So let's go ahead and start first with Nikki Omidpour out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, store number 5606. She's here with Mary Naro and Javier Gomez. Mary is her district manager and Javier is her director. Congratulations again, Mary. You're leading in our I think it's the most important pillar, which is this fun and energizing place to work, because it's all about people. People you got to be number one, and you're leading in our number one category. So fun and energizing place to work. We're going to track that through We Learns. So when we take our manager certified certifications and our crew member certifications, you're leading. And those numbers are for your store. The average certifications for your managers is 14. And the average certifications for crew members is 19. And that's just incredible. That's a great accomplishment. We want to drive training and we need your help. So let us know how you're doing that. But first, if you don't mind, just give us a little bit of history about you, how long you've been managing. I know that you're new to Wendy's, but I love this energy you're bringing. If you're going to bring in this training energy, I love it. So let's go ahead and just talk about that, Nikki, if you don't mind.
Sure. Hi, my name is Nikki. As you said, new with Wendy's. I've been with Wendy's since October, beginning of October, so it's 3 months now. What we do basically is making sure all the new hires that we have finishing their first day of the training and finishing their relearns at the station that they're going to get trained. And we certify them with a training buddy that we have. and get them going for the next position, making sure they do the relearn and get certified.
So you're driving this training by just setting the standard. You're just saying, hey, if you're going to come work here, we're going to certify you in the positions you're in. There's no pass and go and collecting $200. There's none of that. We're going to train you, and we're going to certify you. We're going to observe, make sure our training was right, and we're going to certify you. So you're just flat out saying, no, that's just so important to our operations. We're just going to make it happen. And you guys are really making it happen out there, and I really appreciate it. Training is got a close part to my heart, because I know that without it, if you look at any issues in any restaurants, you can probably bring that back to a training or a lack of training. And I'm sure all the general managers on this panel would agree. So Mary, great job out there in Tulsa. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep leading the way. Our territory averages 11 certifications for our managers and 12 certifications for our crew members. I'd like to see that drive up close to where you are with the 19. Now, we have a couple restaurants out there that are in the 20s, but your combined training and that attention is what's driving this. So Mary, great job. Welcome to Wendy's, and we're excited to see what you can do. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So next up, we've got our pillar of great restaurant experiences. In this one, we track overall satisfaction gap. So it's the gap between overall satisfaction, that's top box, extremely satisfied guests, and the zone of defection, which is now at the bottom, right? That's the one box that is saying, hey, I had a bad experience. Gemma Gonzalez in Kearney, Nebraska, store 4881. Her overall satisfaction, now wait for it, guys, because this is pretty big. Overall satisfaction is 85.7, and the zone of defection in her restaurant is 3.3. These are great numbers. Gemma, you're doing an outstanding job out there. I got to know more about you. So why don't you come off mute and tell us a little bit about yourself, but more importantly, how are you driving this great overall satisfaction in your restaurant?
Oh, Gemma Gonzalez. Been with Wendy's for 24 years.
24 years. That's pretty good. That's a little bit of time, isn't it?
Yes, but I enjoy.
Good. I'm glad. As my kids would say, that's many sleeps, right?
Yes.
So, well, we certainly appreciate your tenure and how long you've been with Wendy's. And so what are you doing out there in Nebraska driving these great numbers?
Well, all you have to do is just be happy all the time and be energized, and make sure you use like a friendly voice when you're taking I told my staff all the time to be friendly and make sure that get their food done right and deliver it with friendliness and with the speed and accuracy, and they keep letting us know how we're doing here. So that's how we get there.
That's
and
good.
With my managers, we have a meeting every week to touch base where we're at and what we need to.
Oh, no, that's great. So every week you guys get together and talk about your voice of customer, right? How the customers are reacting to your restaurant. Okay, now that's great. Every week, but I would imagine some of this is driven by the speed of the leader, right? I love hearing you say things like, you just got to be happy. And I think that I can tell, and I've been to your restaurant, and it's a beautiful restaurant. It's an old restaurant, and we need to get Scott and Tony to remodel that restaurant, right? But it's a beautiful restaurant. I think Scott on the call, you just happen to be called out as the leader of district managers for our period 11. But Scott, how old is that restaurant?
Well, that is an old restaurant. I would say it was built in the mid-90s. I can't remember exactly. I was around. It's been a while.
1985.
Yeah.
It's been around, but when I was there, I told you it looked like it looked like it was all brand new equipment. It was crazy. So right. my guess is, Gemma, that you are driving these results because you have a very high standard. And you hold your teams accountable to it, but more than anything, you create a culture where when you step into that culture, This is a culture of excellence. It's clean, it's friendly, and that's what really drives the culture and what drives guest satisfaction, right? So congratulations. I loved having you on this call, this period. I knew you were going to do it ever since I came out to Nebraska to see you. So congratulations. I'm glad to see you on this call. Next, we got Fast Food Done Right, and that's Chance. Chance, is he on here? Yes, I think I see him in the top left quadrant there. Chance is in Emporia, Kansas, store number 12990. In Fast Food Done Right, what we're going to track is the taste of food, but not just taste of food, but taste of French fries, right? Chance is leading 168 restaurants in this category, both in French fries and overall taste, with an 86.2% taste score and 81.1% French fries score. Now, Jennifer Wright, your district manager, is on the call, and Derek is your director. They're on the call too to kind of help us celebrate. It's a great accomplishment, man. It's hard to do. We've got a bunch of day parts, right? We got a bunch of employees. We're open a lot of hours. How do you manage such high scores across every day part every day in your restaurant? And first, a little bit more about you, Chance. I know you're new to the Wendy's brand too, but we want to hear about you.
Well, Mike, you're right. I am new. It is my first year here with Wendy's. Learned a lot from Jen and from Derek both. They've both been great leaders in training me so I can train better people better. The way that we do it here is we train our crew to be dedicated to our customers' experience. I make sure that they understand that our customers are where we're going to get our sales increase from. Our return customers are coming back, and they're going to be coming back because we're doing things right, such as making sure they have the right amount of salt on their fries and making sure that their product is quality and nothing's expired. So we don't let nothing expired go out the door here. It's just not the right way to do it. It's not the Wendy's way. So we like to take care of our customers by doing that and by just making sure that everyone is trained on the correct procedures on how to do things the right way. So. Yeah,
but what I hear and what you're saying also is just kind of this mindset that we're not going to tolerate old product.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not going to happen. I asked you earlier. I said, would you ever let anybody walk past an expired product in your restaurant? Your response was like, no,
not at all.
Like right away. So again, just like with Jem, I think it's a culture that you're driving in your restaurants. That this is just how we do it. We're not.
Yes, Wendy's way, man.
Chance, what I'm understanding you saying is that there's just a culture, just kind of like Gemma, that there's just a culture that we're just not going to tolerate it. We're not going to accept it. There's just kind of relentless. We're going to serve hot food hot. We're going to serve fresh French fries. We're going to do it the right way, right? One of our key values at Wendy's is do the right thing.
Correct.
We're given that opportunity every single day to do the right thing, honor our values, or not do the right thing. And probably it's going to impact overall guest satisfaction, right?
Absolutely, sir.
So great. Well, Chance, welcome aboard. I know that I was just at a GM rally, and I think you were up one of 3 general managers, and there were many there that for General Manager of the Year. And then Jennifer, she actually won District Manager of the Year. I wonder why, Jennifer. You got managers like Chance here. So, right. So congratulations, you guys. Chance, this is all about you. This is all about our general managers, and congratulations. Keep driving these results and helping us drive along with you. Okay.
Absolutely, Mike.
Great job, man. I appreciate it. All right, so next is going to be Big and Breakfast, and for that we go out to Warrensburg, Missouri, store 3141. Cheryl Borgstadt is running almost a 14.5 breakfast percent of sales. This is just incredible out there in Warrensburg. Now Cheryl's got Philip Stevens, her district manager, and Regina Gear. She's from they're all from Hamra Enterprises. You guys are doing a great job with our breakfast. And Cheryl, just tell us a little bit about you and how you're driving these great breakfast results in Warrensburg.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I've been at Wendy's in Warrensburg for 23 years, coming up on 23 years now. I've had breakfast for a little while, but when everybody started breakfast, so I got a little bit of a head start on it. But you know, our focus is to make sure that the food is quality food first thing in the mornings. My employees and my managers really wow the guests. you know, and make them, you know, make them have a good day. And I think that's what it is. You know, we take care of our guests. And to me, the day part one, you know, making sure you have friendly employees, you know, interacting with them is the major one. And so they're not also late to work.
Yes.
You know, that's a big factor we talk about every morning.
Speed of service. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's great. What I'm hearing you say is that you're just elevating that day part one, and you're making sure that you're driving results in day part one. I do happen to know that you've got two dedicated, trained, and recognized breakfast managers as well. So, what are the names of your breakfast managers?
I have Candace Bush. She's been my breakfast manager for a little over 2 years now. She does a wonderful job. She really carries the personality in the store. And then I have Pam Golob, who just came on board about 4 months ago.
Okay, good. Well, that's another big part is dedicated, trained, and recognized breakfast managers driving that experience. We can't manage down to our business, right? We've got to invest. We've got to invest the labor hours. You know, one thing that we were talking about with Eileen the other day, and how 70% of our current guests eat breakfast somewhere else, but they don't eat breakfast with Wendy's. It's just an awareness thing. So there was a restaurant that came up with a fun idea of asking their lunch customers what they're doing for breakfast tomorrow. It's kind of one of those jarring questions, right? It's like, what do you mean? What am I doing? And it just opens that door to plant that seed that, hey, I see that McDonald's wrapper for breakfast down in your floorboard. I know you're going to McDonald's for breakfast, but you're coming to Wendy's for lunch. What, you know, and drive through, we can just ask them, hey, what are you doing for breakfast tomorrow? Just as they're going out. That's that disruptive question that we can really drive some breakfast results. And, you know, just like what you're doing, you're elevating the breakfast experience, making sure that you're executing, and you're doing it at a high level. You almost double the percent of sales that our system or my territory is. So congratulations. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job, and I just am so glad that you're here. We can see your face, and we can learn from you. So thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Cheryl. Now, Scott Molinaro in Oklahoma City, got to bring us home, man, because, you know, we put these in these categories, right? We have these pillars. We have fun and energizing place to work, where we track and put a high premium on We Learn training, right? Because training is the most important thing that we do. If our people don't know what they're doing, it's hard to drive these results. And I'm sure I get lots of head nods about training and how important that is from this entire group. Mary's leading the way, but all 5 of you are very high in the We Learn training certifications. But if you have trained people, you've got great restaurant experiences, and you can drive taste scores and fast food done right, and you can drive breakfast sales. But ultimately, it's all about profit. Is not a dirty word. It's profit means growth. I think that's what we're calling it now. But at the end of the day, you've got all these things that lead up to great same restaurant sales, which you guys are doing out in Oklahoma City. And Scott, tell us a little bit about you. How long you been with Wendy's, and what are you doing to drive such great same restaurant sales numbers out there in Oklahoma City?
My name's Scott. Been with Wendy's here for 14 years. And kind of just taking everything that every one of these general managers said, you have to combine, whether it's your speed of service, your friendliness, everything like that. And basically you just put it all together, the training, the We Learn, and you can come out, you know, double the percentage you had the year before and everything like that. It's big thing is in training and treating every customer like your family members, basically.
I love that. Now I know that that you are representing this restaurant. You're the district manager, right, of several restaurants out there. Last period, you actually had Scott's spot with the district manager of the period, and you're kind of acting as the general manager for this location. But even without having a general manager at location, you guys are still really knocking it out of the park. Probably have a very strong assistant manager group there, of course, trained, right? Training is the most important part, but to get to that profit, I love what you said. You've got to combine all these pillars, right? You've got to combine every aspect from, you know, training to speed of service to the culture that Gemma puts together at her restaurants with an energized, happy, fun environment, you know, and then just that non-negotiable, hey, we're not going to sell old food. We're just not going to do it, you know. We're going to drive profits. We're going to drive sales by selling fast food done right, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I appreciate all of you guys. That kind of concludes this part of it, but I wanted to get your faces on a screen and say thank you and say that you guys right now are leading in our territory. I love new faces, so I hope you're not leading next period or else this will get kind of boring, but I'm sure you guys will be in the top tier of all these, and we'll have fun conversations in the future. So I appreciate your time today. I appreciate you getting on the call with me, and congratulations. Continue to go do it. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.